Be a light for the world. That is the heading it said on the Bible, and I just put it here. So Jesus says, no one lights a lamp and puts it in a secret place or under a bowl, but on a lampstand, so the people who come in can see. Your eye is a light for the body, and when your eyes are good, your whole body will be full of light. But when your eyes are evil, your whole body will be full of darkness. So be careful. That's a warning. Be careful not to let the light in you become darkness. If your whole body is full of light and none of it is dark, then you will shine bright as when a lamp shines on you. Amazing, is it? Just reading it again, I feel there's so much depth in this passage, isn't it? It's about your light, and it's about the light that people who come in can see, and it's about the possibility of your light becoming darkness, and be careful about that. And if your whole body is full of light and there is no darkness, then you will shine bright as when a lamp shines on you. So it's about you inherently shining and about a lamp shining on you, which is Jesus himself. So much depth. I didn't even notice that before. Right now I'm reading, God is revealing that I am the light. Jesus said, I am the light. And now he says, you are my representation. You will shine bright when you reflect my image, when you reflect my light. Isn't that beautiful? And he says, be careful. Your eye is a very, 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 very important aspect of our body. Eye and mind. Every thought will translate into an action. How many of you who've been trying to diet, sometimes when you think of one dish, some vade or bhaji, you just have to think of it. Then immediately your brain will start, நம்ம வீட்ல கடலை மாவு இருக்கா? என்ன இருக்கா? வெளியில raining. It's time to make bhaji. It's just a thought. And then you get into action. Same thing. When you watch TV and things, you can say, oh, I don't know when the obscene scenes are coming and all that. But when you watch, that's where it's going. Or when it comes, do you just watch it, or can you flip it with the remote? God is saying to be sensitive of the things that you see with your eyes, your children's eyes. They see you and they behave. A lot of who we are, if you look back, is a reflection of our parents' integrity, our parents, how they behaved. We see by example. We see people living out their lives. Doesn't matter whether it was good or bad or was okay. People are people. Our gold standard should be Jesus. How he lived, how he was compassionate, how he was kind, how he was the light to people, how he made blind people see. Can we look at him and reflect his image? Doesn't matter. You can be the generational curse breaker in your family. Your generation can be the curse breaker, and you can change and catapult the way, the trajectory of the rocket, so to speak, in an analogy of how your family, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, how they move in life. You could set the rudder. You can change the direction of the ship right now if you choose to be his light. All right, folks. So no one puts that kind of bright light. ஒரு bowl கடியில போடுவாங்கல இல்ல பெட் கடியில போடுவாங்களா? They don't. They put it on top on a lampstand so that everybody can see. Jesus promises you that when you are my light, I will take you to high places. I will make you shine bright. No matter what you've gone through in life, no matter how people have put you down, I will raise you up. Up, 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 high above, where people can see your light and shine bright because they see you. It's beautiful, isn't it? Our reward comes from the Lord. This is for someone specifically God is speaking to. I didn't plan on saying that. Your reward comes from the Lord. Okay, so here, this is the message. Be the light. And another important thing is be careful not to let the light in you become darkness. See, you've been listening for 39 days about the word of God. It has gotten into you. It is like that farmer who sowed the seeds which has gotten into good soil. One thing is, you be the light and show Jesus' light to everybody. All the words that I've spoken over the last 39, maybe it's the first time you've heard those words, but the words have gone inside, and it is time for you to reflect. So that is what I wanted to leave you at the end of 40 days. Whatever you have learned, it's not for you to keep. You got to be a light on a lampstand, and you have to emanate that light to the whole world. And that is what Jesus wants you personally. That's a message for each and every one of you personally. You remember I drew this picture and sent it to the school group. God speaks, through dreams and visions, and he will speak through a still small voice. And every time when I've had a dream, especially when I'm about to wake up, and then I see this beautiful stick figure angel only. The unique thing was, it was not a real angel, it was a stick angel. Remember, we used to cut these angels and they would all join hands and form a long line. Remember, paper craft, we've done this. And this angel came, and then I saw it holding this wand with a bright golden light. And the beauty of it was the whole angel's outline also was shining. It was not like the angel was wearing a dress and one wand with one star. The whole angel was reflecting the light. And it was such a unique dream. And then I heard the words, "Be the light." Audible voice. So when God is giving a message like this, I believe it is not just for me, it is for the whole earth. This is a time of darkness, when chaos and pandemic, people are in sin. They don't even know it is sin. They think it is normal because their parents have lived like this. How many drug addicts, how many women who just bring in boyfriends when kids are there in the house. Even in good neighborhoods, the people cheat on the marriages. They bring their boyfriends. The children get to see it, and they think it's normal. They see their mothers dressing bad, like, provocative, where a man would lust or dress sexy. And the children think it's okay. It's okay. Because mommy did it. Mommy was like that. It's normal for them. God is giving up a wake-up call and saying, even if you have light, the words have been sown in you. But the enemy is like that bird, the seeds that were sown in the path. The enemy will come and pick it up and go. It will remove the word. It'll be like that word that fell on rock. You are about to sprout, but the sunlight will come and scorch you. The enemy's job is to take you away from God's will in your life. You have to be vigilant. You got to be vigilant. You got to be protective, like a hen, her chicks. You have to be protective of your family. You should be protective of the light so that no darkness enters. I don't know why, but God is prompting me to tell this story. There was a surgeon. He called, I think, one of the great pastors, and he said, hey, he was so distraught and so troubled. I was operating on a patient, and I just nicked my glove in the scalpel, and there was a small cut in my finger. And he's like, this is a small cut, why are you bothered? No, I was trying to wash my hands, and the nurse just came. It was an accident case, and he was bullet wounds or something. I was trying to operate on him, and I didn't know any background about the patient. No tests were done. Emergency surgery had to be done. And the nurse came, and while he was washing hands, she came and threw all the things for the bag of that patient, where there were so many needles. He was a junkie. He was on drugs. There were so many needles in that bag. So he probably could have had AIDS, probably could have had hepatitis. We don't know. But I nicked myself in trying to save that person. And then God revealed to this pastor. And he was asking that surgeon, what, just a tiny cut? With that cut, you could get that disease? He said, yeah, that's all it takes. Just one small inoculation into the blood, and, people can become hepatitis positive. And God revealed to that pastor, that's all it takes. One small cut, one small gap in your integrity, one small lie, one small, it's okay. That's all it takes to let the enemy inside. A very profound thought, very profound thought. That's all it takes to let the enemy inside. And Jesus is warning us, be careful. Your light can dissipate when darkness can enter. Just like darkness can dissipate when light enters. Protect your light. Be the light. Reflect the light. Show the Christ's love and light inside you to all people. That's your job going forward. You read the Bible, you read the Word of God, and you be the light where you are. Your neighborhood, you might be the only hope for some woman in your apartment complex. You might be the only woman in your prayer group. It took a lot of courage for me to come up and say, hey, I'm going to say a prayer for 40 days. Please join. But I had to do it because I was instructed to do it. I have an option. I could have said no. And I'm taking a new job. I was thinking about all those things, but I'm glad I obeyed. So be the light. And this is a message not just for me. This was and I've never painted my dreams. This was the first time I was prompted to paint the dream. Okay, so be the light.